Huge thank you to Atlanta JDM for making this video possible. If you are looking to buy a Japanese domestic market vehicle here in the United States, visit Atlanta JDM. All their information will be found in the description below.
Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 1996 Daihatsu Midget II. Behind me is a 660cc 3-cylinder engine as well as a 4-speed manual transmission. Now I'm super excited to be driving this here Midget for a couple of reasons, but the main thing is the fact that look at it! It's so cute, it's so different, and I'm driving a one-seater. That's right, if you look here in the cabin, there is no other seat. I am the only person in here. Now, this is called the Midget II, implying that there was a Midget I. And there was. From 1957 till 1972, Daihatsu produced the Midget, which went through several updates throughout its life, originally starting with a 2-stroke engine and no steering wheel. It was actually more of like a bike, had handlebars inside. But that production ended in 1972, and thus Daihatsu decided to bring it back for 1996. So this is the first year of the Midget II, and it ran till 2001. And so the nice thing about this truck is that it actually conforms to the K standards in Japan, meaning it has a 660cc or less engine and fits within the physical dimensions required to be a K vehicle. So if you own one in Japan, you would pay a lot less in taxes, you'd pay a lot less for parking, and a lot less for maintenance, fuel, and things like that. These Midget 2s became really popular with bar owners because the bed is nearly perfect for kegs. And overall, it's just a runabout little pickup truck. But before we get on with the rest of the video, if you are looking to help out the channel, there are a couple links in the description below from our awesome sponsors. One of which is Cash for Cars if you're looking to sell your used car. One is from Fixed, a Bluetooth OBD2 sensor to help diagnose your vehicle, and another from Conplates. Conplates is a suction cup license plate mount for your vehicle in case you don't want to drill into your front bumper. Each purchase or quote goes towards helping the channel, and it's greatly appreciated, so let's get on with the video. And so let's get back to that 660cc engine. I'll put the horsepower and torque from the factory up on the screen. It's in the double digits, it's not great. However, it being so light, it's about 1,200 pounds, you don't really miss the power. It feels adequate enough in here. Now this engine is carbureted, however they did also offer a fuel injection version, but the fuel injection version is actually shorter by 75 millimeters. So this is actually a longer vehicle. Here we go, first gear. It's not fast, guys. It's a 3-cylinder. It's not supposed to be fast. However, it's actually fine to drive, and we'll talk about that more with the actual shifter feel and things like that, but it's actually not bad. Like I said, paired to it is a 4-speed manual transmission, and I would say normally for 1996, a 4-speed is pretty outdated, but again, this isn't a truck that you're really going to take on the highway. This isn't meant for highway cruising, so a 5th gear isn't really necessary. The engine is so small, you're going to get good fuel economy in 4th gear anyway. It's not that big of a deal. Last but not least, this here Midget II is rear-wheel drive. So let's talk about the interior. There's not a whole lot going on in here, but some honorable mentions for sure. Well, in front of me on the left, I have my speedometer in kilometers an hour, as well as my fuel. And on the right, I actually have the radio. So the radio is nearly directly in front of me, which is kind of weird, but because this is a single-seater, I don't have anyone else to worry about. Up above the dash, I do have this little circle thing. That is for your brake fluid. It's just right there on the dash. .3 recommended. The steering wheel is plain and simple. It does have the Daihatsu logo, and I have my headlights to the right, wipers to the left, but that's really it. Moving on to the door, I have my crank for my window, as well as my latch to get in and out. And moving into the center, I have my climate controls, as well as a single speaker. Now the climate controls are very basic. I have where to send it off to the left, fan speed on the right, and then just on and off, which it actually blows really hard. I don't know if that's because this is a 1-seater or if they put a really nice fan in there, but I actually do feel it quite a bit. I also have an ashtray and cigarette lighter. Of course, you gotta have that. And then down below, I have a cool volume. This is the AC, as well as it also has the shift pattern on it, which is kind of interesting. But the AC is its own separate being down below, and I can adjust on or off down there, or my level of coolness. Then to the left of me, I do have my shifter. So while this is still only a single seater, my body is positioned off to the right of the car, and I shift with my left hand, meaning this is a right-hand drive vehicle, technically, but I'm not far from the middle. The shifter feels good. It has really good engagement. This is not the stock shift knob, but it has really solid engagement. It's fun to drive, it's unique and different, and it's very easy to drive, which is fantastic.
Now, unfortunately, the Daihatsu Midget fails the big friggin' bottle test on the basis that it does not have any cup holders.
So one thing that I just noticed about the passenger side window, because I never checked for this, obviously, there's no crank. You can't roll it down. It doesn't go down. There's no crank. There's no hole for a crank. Nothing. Moving on to the seat is not super comfortable. Again, for like a long road trip, I would not recommend. But then again, this is not a road trip vehicle. It's fine for the application, getting around town, delivering kegs, whatever it may be. The seat is fine. Let's talk about the bed and the looks. So around the back of the Midget II from Daihatsu, and this is the bed that you get. Nothing really too crazy. And interestingly enough, you don't really get a tailgate. Not that you would really need one. If you can't lift it over that, you probably shouldn't be lifting things. But it's nice that it has this little truck bed. This is a little Tokyo runabout pickup truck. Like I said, this was very popular with bar owners because they could put kegs back here and take it to their other bar across town or pick it up from the distributor, whatever it may be. Are you driving across state lines or country boundaries with this thing? Not quite, but again, that's not really what it's for. Really, really cool. It can carry 150 kilograms, which is fine. You know, it's about 300 and some, 400 maybe pounds you could throw back here before it starts to get weighed down. But again, it's a little truck. If you can find things that are that heavy, you're gonna be pushing the boundaries. I love the look of this thing. I love this teal color, so 90s, so retro, so cool looking. And you gotta love the spare tires on the front to use up as much usable space as possible. And it looks like a power rickshaw because that's really what it is at the end of the day, with 4 wheels and a 3-cylinder engine. I absolutely love little utility vehicles like this. Would I want a vehicle like this for a road trip? Absolutely not. That would be probably the worst thing in the world. But a couple of good sides are the fit and finish. Very basic interior. Everything is this sort of hard plasticky stuff, but it all works and it has aged really well. Even though this only has 11,000 miles, the interior has actually aged well. There's no major sun fading or cracking that would happen just over time, not necessarily mileage. They're a lot better built than the Changlis I reviewed last month, and they're just cute. You don't need much. If you live in a very congested area, parking is hard to come by. Big vehicles don't really fit, and so this is a tiny little truck to do what you need it to do. And that is really, really cool. I love this little thing. I think these things are so ridiculously cute that I want to put one in my pocket and take it home. You can put one in your pocket and take it home if you go to Atlanta JDM. This vehicle's for sale right now. Really, really cool. 1996 was the first year of production, and with that now being 25 years old, this is the first year you could even import these Midget 2s to the US legally and title them legally. So you can definitely do that, and you can do that through Atlanta JDM. Their information is up on the screen, as well as linked in the description below. Please go check them out. If you want a Japanese vehicle and you're in the southeast portion of America or abroad, hit them up. They do custom orders as well. Whatever vehicle you want, let them know. They will find it in Japan and send it your way. All you have to do is sign some paperwork, pick it up at the dealership, and go enjoy it. They're really, really good at what they do, and so I can't recommend them enough. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.